The idea of divine judgment has long fascinated and frightened humanity, shaping cultures, religions, and personal behaviors across centuries. Among these beliefs, the concept that God decrees eternal damnation for specific sins or actions holds a powerful sway. One particularly intriguing and often misunderstood assertion is, God says, those who skip will enter hell after they die. This statement, laden with theological and moral implications, invites us to delve deeper into its meaning and the broader context in which it is often discussed. Before we explore this thought-provoking topic, please like and subscribe to my channel, Seraphic Tales, for more interesting videos. The concept of skipping, beyond the literal. At first glance, the phrase, those who skip, might conjure images of individuals hopping joyfully down the street. However, religious and philosophical teachings often use metaphorical language to convey deeper truths. In this context, skipping may not refer to the physical act, but rather to a form of neglect or avoidance. Skipping in a spiritual or moral sense can mean neglecting one's duties, avoiding necessary actions, or failing to adhere to prescribed paths. Many religious traditions emphasize the importance of fulfilling one's responsibilities, both to oneself and to the community. Whether these duties are spiritual, ethical, or social, their neglect can have serious consequences. Theological perspectives on skipping responsibilities. Christianity. In Christianity, the notion of sin and divine punishment is central. The Bible contains numerous passages that warn against neglecting one's spiritual duties. For instance, the parable of the talents, Matthew 25 verses 14 to 30, teaches that those who fail to use their gifts in service to God and others will face severe consequences. The servant who skipped his duty to invest his talent was cast into the outer darkness, a metaphor for hell. Saint Augustine, a foundational figure in Christian theology, emphasized that neglecting one's spiritual obligations and moral duties constitutes a grave sin. He believed that God's grace is available to all, but it requires active participation and commitment. Skipping, in this sense, could be seen as rejecting or neglecting God's grace, leading to eternal separation from Him. Islam, too, holds that neglecting one's duties can lead to severe consequences in the afterlife. The Quran and Hadith emphasize the importance of fulfilling religious obligations, such as prayer, fasting, and charity. Surah Al-Ma'un 107:1-7 condemns those who neglect the small acts of kindness and charity, indicating that such neglect is displeasing to God. The concept of tark al-salat, abandoning prayer, is particularly significant. Prayer is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, and neglecting it is considered a major sin. Those who skip their prayers are warned of dire consequences in the hereafter. This reinforces the idea that skipping, understood as neglecting essential duties, can lead to hell. Hinduism. In Hinduism, the concept of dharma, duty, is paramount. The Bhagavad Gita, a key scripture, stresses the importance of performing one's duty without attachment to the results. Lord Krishna advises Arjuna to fulfill his kshatriya, warrior, duty without hesitation, as neglecting it would lead to dishonor and spiritual downfall. The law of karma, which states that every action has consequences, further underscores the importance of fulfilling one's duties. Skipping or neglecting one's responsibilities disrupts the balance of karma, leading to negative repercussions in this life and the next. Modern interpretations and misunderstandings. The phrase "God says, those who skip will enter hell after they die" can be interpreted in various ways in today's world. Some may view it as an outdated or overly harsh notion, while others see it as a timeless truth that underscores the importance of responsibility and moral integrity. In contemporary society, where individualism and personal freedom are highly valued, the idea of divine punishment for neglecting duties can seem counterintuitive. However, understanding this concept requires a broader perspective on community and interconnectedness. Our actions, or lack thereof, have far-reaching impacts on those around us. Skipping our duties, whether in our families, communities, or workplaces, can lead to chaos and harm. The role of intent and context. It's important to consider the intent and context behind actions. In many religious teachings, the intention behind one's actions is as crucial as the actions themselves. Skipping a duty out of laziness or selfishness is different from being unable to fulfill it due to circumstances beyond one's control. Divine judgment is often portrayed as taking into account the entirety of a person's life and the intentions behind their actions. Practical applications and reflections. Reflecting on the idea that skipping duties leads to hell invites us to examine our own lives. Are there areas where we are neglecting our responsibilities? How can we better fulfill our duties to ourselves, our families, and our communities? This introspection can lead to personal growth and a deeper understanding of our place in the world. The broader ethical implications. Beyond the religious context, the idea of skipping duties can be explored from an ethical standpoint. Philosophers such as Immanuel Kant have emphasized the importance of duty and moral responsibility. Kant's categorical imperative, which suggests that we should act according to principles that can be universally applied, aligns with the idea that neglecting duties is inherently wrong. Conclusion. The assertion "God says, those who skip will enter hell after they die" is a powerful reminder of the importance of fulfilling our responsibilities. Whether interpreted through the lens of religious teachings or ethical philosophy, it underscores the value of commitment, duty, and moral integrity. By reflecting on our actions and striving to meet our obligations, we can lead more fulfilling and righteous lives. Personal accountability and social responsibility. The notion that neglecting one's duties can result in eternal damnation serves as a compelling motivator for personal accountability. In a world where it is easy to become self-absorbed or distracted by trivial pursuits, This warning acts as a stark reminder of the consequences of such neglect. But beyond individual accountability, there is a significant emphasis on social responsibility. In many religious and ethical systems, our duties extend beyond personal piety to include how we treat others and contribute to the welfare of our communities. This concept aligns with the teachings of social justice and communal harmony. For instance, the concept of tikkun olam in Judaism refers to the duty to repair the world, emphasizing the collective responsibility to improve society. Psychological and emotional dimensions. From a psychological perspective, fulfilling one's duties and obligations can lead to a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Conversely, neglecting these responsibilities can result in guilt, anxiety, and a diminished sense of self-worth. This is echoed in modern psychological theories that link well-being with the fulfillment of personal and social roles. Carl Jung, a prominent psychologist, emphasized the importance of individuation, the process of integrating various aspects of the self into a coherent whole. Part of this process involves recognizing and fulfilling one's duties and responsibilities. Skipping these duties can hinder personal growth and lead to internal conflict. Examples from history and literature. History and literature provide numerous examples of the consequences of neglecting one's duties. In Shakespeare's Hamlet, the protagonist's delay and indecision lead to tragic outcomes. Hamlet's failure to act on his duty to avenge his father's murder causes suffering for himself and others, illustrating the dire consequences of skipping one's responsibilities. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. Please like and subscribe to my channel, Seraphic Tales, for more interesting videos. In contrast, historical figures who have embraced their duties, often at great personal cost, are celebrated for their contributions. Nelson Mandela's commitment to justice and equality, despite the immense personal sacrifices he endured, highlights the profound impact of fulfilling one's moral and social duties. Balancing duties and self-care. While fulfilling our duties is crucial, it is equally important to balance these responsibilities with self-care. Burnout and overcommitment can lead to inefficiency and further neglect. Many spiritual and ethical traditions emphasize the importance of balance. Buddhism, for example, teaches the middle way, advocating for a balanced approach to life, avoiding both excess and deficiency.